yo, welcome to the JNO podcast. It's your host, JNO.
And your co-host, JuJu.
And today we have our guest stars, Shadrach Bennyboo, and reoccurring guest, P.O. Mal, up in the building.
What's up, everyone?
Good people at the internet.
And let's get started.
Let's go!
Damn, JNO, you did it again.
I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, my girl, my girl. We're talking about my girl, my girl.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? JNO podcast, episode number 10 up in here with Shadrach Bennyboo.
What's up, everybody?
And reoccurring guest, P.O. Mal.
Welcome, good people at the internet. I'm
Yeah.
back.
And that was a pretty cool intro, definitely.
It's alright.
Makes up for episode number 9, right? We ended up kind of fucking up on the intro, so that's why I got cut. But still was a great episode, nonetheless, with P.O. Mal. Here again, he was just here for episode number 9.
Our brother.
Literally, but got episode number 10 now, JuJu. We're
Hell
hitting
yeah.
double digits.
Incredible.
Double digits up in here, finally.
A decade.
Yeah, now it's... I don't know about a decade, maybe a year and a half, you know what I mean? But, shoot, this is pretty cool. We got some cool guests up in here. So, I guess I'll let Shadrach Bennyboo, a.k.a. Jacob Armoretta, introduce himself right now, what he does.
What's up, JNO podcast? I'm so happy to be here. I am Shadrach Bennyboo, and I am a artist and a YouTuber, music producer based off of California in the Bay Area. And I have some great ass content that I have put out for all of you, and make sure to check me out on Spotify, Apple Music,
Yeah, I'll always
IG,
link down below.
and all that other stuff. So if you guys are new around here and just seeing me for the first time, make sure to subscribe.
Yep, there you go. I'll have his links down below. So he's an artist, you go to SJ State, right? So we definitely got to talk about that, what it's like living in San Jose.
Yeah.
Because like I said before, so like me and Patrick, we all met at Skyline Community College.
Indeed.
Pursuing music and stuff
yeah.
like that. So we've all met in music class since for me, for you guys, 2019. You guys know each other since what, 2018?
Yeah, 2018.
2018? Was that the first time you guys met?
It should be 2018 because me and him met in a
We met in the...
we met in the symphonic band class where it's all about string quartets. I played the marimba. He was playing...
I was playing a double bass, which is technically acoustic bass. So
Exactly.
Technically, he would call that a chamber orchestra, from my understanding, being in it.
Nice.
By this point.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
So I think one question I had for you, because we know each other for so long, and we know, you live in Daly City with us, SF area, and now you've been living in San Jose for how long now?
Yeah, maybe around, I'd say 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years now? So what's it...
Exactly 2 years, from my understanding.
So what's it like living out there? I mean...
living in San Jose, or just moving out of my parents' house, is another big step in my entire life, and this is something that I've been wanting to do ever since I was maybe around 10, or I think I was probably 11 years old when I first discovered the atmosphere of being in not just in San Jose, but somewhere in the South Bay is where I would vibe with the most. But it was a great experience for me, because the first time I moved to San Jose, I transferred from a community college to State, which is technically San Jose State University, to continue my coursework. And so it was during COVID, back in the fall of 2020.
Yep.
It was a ghost town. That's when...
Remember that time, right, JuJu?
Yeah.
2020?
Yeah.
Crazy year.
Wow.
For everyone.
Crazy
Just
ass-
a wild.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, I was living on campus. It was a ghost town. I was supposed to have other occupants within my dorm, but because of COVID, that didn't really happen, and so I had the whole place to myself for the whole school year. And then that was one of the best things that's ever happened to me. But about a year after the 2020-2021 school year ended, I couldn't really come back on campus technically because of the vaccine mandates. And so my parents and I were doing some apartment searching around the area to figure out where I should live for the all of next school year or so. And so we were able to find apartment that's like about a block away from SJ State. It's actually really awesome, and Josh and Pat obviously have been in there as well.
Yeah, we visited a spot for his birthday, so that was pretty cool.
That's
Wild,
what's up.
a little wild night out.
Yeah.
I didn't go back to the spot till 6 a.m. All you guys are still there, but yeah.
Nice. Wild night.
There we go.
Yeah, and so when I like first moved into my new spot, there was like actually somebody that was already living in there, and then he told me that he also lived in like that one spot during COVID as well.
Yeah.
And so, well, that turned out well for me, especially now that I'm like having roommates. But he's pretty chill. But my advice to you guys is that just like be careful like which place you choose, because whoever's your roommate, it kind of like depends whether they be like annoying or they just like
Yeah, I mean,
chill.
I definitely feel like when you live with someone, it's different than just knowing them.
Yeah.
Family or not, right? It's like when you're with them 24/7, you're gonna see the good and the bad.
Yeah.
It's not all good. It's not like when you say hi to someone on the street, you're like, "Hi, how you doing?" You know what I mean, or some shit. Like,
yeah, exactly.
you're living with this motherfucker, so. Yeah.
True that.
Hence the legit movie ever made. The good, the bad, and the ugly, bro.
Yeah, that's true though. But one thing I want to ask for you, Jacob, because you know you always love San Jose. Like, what makes it like, not like knocking like any other place, but like what makes it stand out to you more compared to when you live in Daly City, South San Francisco, and this area compared more.
Yeah, so after high school, I was planning on attending college like somewhere in the Southern California area, because they have like a lot of vocational schools that would be like fit within the type of field that I wanted to get into, for instance. So, but that didn't really happen because the tuition there was like very expensive. And so what did I have to do? I had to like apply to Skyline because the tuition was like very cheap then compared to like how much other
if you're on scholarship too, you get a lot of it covered besides just paying for books. Pocket.
Yeah, a lot of that. So as I was attending a community college, I had like plans on going to like another music school that was like more fit for me, but it was like a bit expensive. But then I discovered like another music school like all the way up in Boston, Massachusetts.
Woo!
But it was like
that's all needed.
Yeah, but the thing is, I did not want to like travel all the way there, and especially living on the East Coast as well. I only wanted to like attend classes online, which is like a lot more flexible for me. But my mom was like kind of concerned about that because she thinks that I'm not going to be that productive as I'm like going to school.
Well, I definitely feel it goes hand in hand. Online classes are cool, but like online classes to me are very cool when it's general education.
Yeah.
You gotta take your sciences or your math or English or history or anything, because it's like it's not something you're going to school for. You're going to school to pursue your major, which is music, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like if you're doing your music courses, they should be in real life, with other people, especially when it comes to music. Hearing it in real life, it's gonna sound very different compared to hearing it through your webcam or your computer, or something like that, unless you're doing some studio stuff. But I definitely feel your major. That's like Patrick said in the previous episode. You want to do the fun stuff, right? The fun stuff is what you're pursuing. So pretend you're trying to do English or
legit don't know what happens at state, but like I said in the previous episode, for those of you who checked out episode 9, if you want to focus on community college first, do your general education. That's where everything keeps going and everything makes sense. And if you're hoping to push forward and literally do something, that's why you head up to state, so that you could deal with a little bit of your general education, and then after that, fun time.
Yeah.
I mean, you do what you want to do, like what you're trying to major in. So it definitely makes sense. You know what I mean? If you do everything online, then it's like, what are you doing? You're studying it, but like you're not seeing any of your classmates. It's different. An actual schoolroom atmosphere, right?
Welcome to cyber class.
Cyber.
Woo!
Yeah, but on the other hand, I didn't really expect myself to attend SJ State, but I discovered that living in San Jose is like living in LA, because the atmosphere is almost like living in LA, because the weathers are like a lot warmer in the summer, and I get to like have the ability to go about my way, try to like brand and express my talent for like some people
you're always performing publicly. You're always at the karaoke bars and stuff and singing on stage. I mean, for a musician, it doesn't really get any better than that when it comes to getting exposure. Performing in front of real people in front of you on stage, that's as far as it gets. And that aspect of exposure. I mean, yeah, you can amp it up and like scale it up, like be on like giant stages with a lot of people, but you know, just the basis for that, I feel like just being on stage, definitely the best way to promote yourself as a musician.
Hope we could try that again sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because for his birthday, we went to his favorite bar. Should we? Yeah, you want to mention it? Name drop it?
No, well, I won't necessarily name drop it.
This is not sponsorship, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, although I could be.
Well, nobody said that.
Yes.
Yeah, but like the last few months, especially like almost since April of last year, I've been like going to a real life karaoke bar where you could have the ability to like sing in front of everybody. But it's a lot different than what me, Josh, and Pat did before.
Yeah. Well, what we did was like karaoke rooms. We went to Millbrae karaoke.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That's private though.
Yeah.
It's different compared to like on the spot. Everyone's just there, they don't know you at all. Then you're just jumping on stage and starting to sing in front of them.
Public.
That's a real public shot right there.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's what makes it so different because anybody can be in that room, and that's why opportunity comes in. Because if like for instance, you for some reason you just had an A&R executive or something like that, in the damn room, then there you go. That was your shot right there because you don't know who's listening. That's the thing. That's the difference, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
When you're singing to a crowd of people, everyone has different careers and different jobs they do, and someone can easily just be part of like some music company, you know what I mean, that's like just scouting out or just have there for fun or something like that, and realize, hey, there's a lot of talent in this person, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I feel like as a musician you kind of have to treat every performance that you do, go all out, don't hold back at all, you have to really feel what you're doing and make it the best you can.
Yeah, and if it's something that you like want to do, you gotta like take it seriously. You gotta like really want it.
Yeah,
just grab it tight.
Yeah, if you want to have a music career and you're trying to be an artist career, majority of artists fail at that. You know what I mean? So you gotta be really serious about it. You gotta see why you're unique and what makes you stand out compared to everyone else in the room, because that's gonna make you stand out to an A&R or just someone who can, help you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
true that.
But I guess so what I learned so far is, or what I knew, what stands for San Jose is the weather, right? Like the atmosphere of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the school life, like that's been cool.
Yeah, it's been cool, but me having to like take all those extremely hard music classes, that's like something I'm trying to like get myself through easily, because I'm like in my last semester at SJ State, and I'm gonna be getting my BA in music with emphasis on production. But Pat, on the other hand, his BA is like a lot different than mine. Only I don't really know what he's gonna like specialize in.
Have you decided that yet, Pat? If you want to share it.
Mostly all because my private lessons teacher thought about my talent. I was mostly thinking of getting a BA of music in the voice community.
Oh, well, I mean, you're definitely there already. You just voice acting, Jacob. You can hit so many damn notes, bro. It's crazy how low your voice can go and how high it can go. That wide range.
Hell yeah.
Definitely way out of me. Like when it comes to you can sing a lot higher than me. You can sing a lot lower than me. So.
Yeah, and back in our community college days, Pat and I, we were the perfect pitch partners, right?
Indeed.
And for those of you who don't know what perfect pitch is, it means that you have the ability to know what note is being sung or played.
They can hear something and then decide what note it can be.
Yeah.
I know it's a fact because they used to praise each other. Then when I heard something, I'd be like, oh, is that a F? Something like that. And they'll be like, no, it's not.
Yeah, and it's not that easy to have perfect pitch. And if you want to have like perfect pitch, you gotta practice like extra hard, like every day, 24/7.
Yeah.
You gotta be more devoted to like have the ability to become, I wouldn't say like a music expert, but you gotta just be more committed to like whatever it is that you want to do. If it has something to do with being in the music industry or teaching, you gotta be more committed to like what it is that you set your mind to.
No.
Copy that.
For everybody, returning back to my previous podcast, like I said, no matter how much of that 1% talent you have, 100% fully goes with effort.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. No, it's talent and drive.
Exactly.
It's always been like that. Talent and drive. Doesn't matter what you're pursuing. Could be music. Could be something else. It's talent and drive. Because you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have no drive, it's not gonna go nowhere. There's a lot of talented people out here.
Yeah.
You gotta have the drive too. And you can have all the drive in the world, but if you have no talent, then you're not gonna get anywhere. You know what I mean? So
no way.
I definitely feel like it goes hand in hand, because now I'll speak from my musician experience, because I wasn't born with perfect pitch. and stuff like that. In fact, when I first started singing, I was singing flat or sharp. I wasn't singing on pitch a lot of the time. My tone was off when I was growing up, so I had a lot of vocal instructors growing up. I just got better over time. My drive was so, and it still is, it's so relentless that I just kept improving. I didn't give up, basically, even though I wasn't born with it. Does it make any sense? You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like, because, you know, there's a lot of people born with talent, you know what I mean? But I'm so relentless. I wasn't born with talent, but I'm so relentless that I crafted myself with talent, basically. I just started getting better at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kept practicing every day and stuff like that. So I definitely feel like it goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? With how you go about it, whether you're born there or not. If you have that drive there, you'll get to it, no matter how long it takes.
Offhand, ladies and gentlemen, even though we're perfect pitch partners, we're so happy if y'all people want to comment down below what is your drive in music or what do you like about music overall, because the best part about learning music is through relative pitch, where even though it might not be the exact note, you could still sing all the scales within your range.
Yeah, and another best part about learning music is just playing it, like whatever instrument. Guitar, for instance, well, I am a guitarist myself, of course. Josh and Pat know, even Ju, and for those of you who are just starting to get to know me, just feel free to check out my content, where I'm like mostly playing guitar, and then maybe sometimes piano, bass, and I might want to consider taking private drum lessons with you as well.
Hey.
Since I'm starting to suck at it.
And also, everyone watching right now, we're working on a trio collaboration. Me, Jacob, and Patrick. We're going to be working on an original song. Well, I already wrote down the chords already. What key signature was that in again?
A flat minor.
A flat minor.
Yep,
Yeah, that's what we're doing. I got so many different songs going on, but yeah, A flat minor, and then I wrote down the chord progression, and Jacob played a lead guitar. So we're gonna be working on that song as well.
And I also played the rhythm part. Don't forget.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
so gonna put it all together. All right, that's cool. I'm trying to think, because Jacob, you're guest starring for the first time. What's another question I could ask you besides SJ life? Or if you have something you want to mention? Or...
Yeah, just ask me about my Vegas.
Oh yeah, I can ask you about it. They literally hear us right now. I'm not doing no cuts right now. They can literally hear you saying, yeah. So he went to Vegas recently. So how was that?
It's been like about 10 years since I went to Vegas. I was like 13 at the time, and I was like too young to gamble on the slot machines, but it was like a great experience for me. Now that I was like 23, and it was like just weeks before I turned 24. Like the first time I went to Vegas of last year.
Yeah.
It was like just like my early birthday gift, and then I did it again during the holidays, and I just kind of like gambled in like one slot machine, but it's not really good to do it all the time, because if you do that, you're like losing a lot of money, and then there's like nothing that you're gonna be paying for that's like important to you, like apartment, the utilities, etc. Yeah, just don't do it.
The first time I've been to Vegas was, I think I went there when I was a little kid, but the first time I really remember was like I was like 15 or 16, and I mean that was cool. Just going on the strip and like walking along there. Have you been to Vegas before, Pat?
I believe so. I've been there because of a person from one of my relatives who got married there, and we were like in what was that tower place? The Monterey Bay.
It's Mandalay Bay.
Monterey Bay. I was like, isn't Monterey Bay out here? I was like, what? yeah, Mandalay Bay. Yeah.
We've been to a hotel called Mandalay Bay, and then at a restaurant we took a train down to New York, which had a unique roller coaster that I haven't been on, a unique arcade, and it was overall an interesting experience between 4 different sun strips. The Mandalay Bay we mentioned, New York. I forgot what that pyramid is and the castle is.
MGM Grand? No?
Could be. I don't know. I remember we stayed at, when we went, because my mom's like a big Hangover fan.
Yeah. Hangover, yeah.
So we stayed at Caesar's Palace.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
so
and I actually went there during the holidays.
Yeah.
The wolf pack.
Yeah, the wolf pack. There we go.
And also, while I was in Vegas, we had like a lot of, we ate like at a few buffet restaurants. Well, one for breakfast and then one for dinner, for sure.
Yeah, I haven't been to Vegas in hell long. Every time I was there, I was a minor and stuff like that, so I haven't really like experienced like the full adult experience. But I guess JuJu, if you want to say a little story, it's up to you. Cause you've been to Vegas before, I know that.
I've been there a few times.
So like, what's it like as an adult out there? Cause you've been to the clubs.
Yeah, brothers. Definitely when you turn 21, the best age ever in human history. And that's why we're number 21.
All right,
There we go.
That was hella funny. He's always 21 right now.
Hey everybody, I may be 32,
Go
but I
Niners!
feel 21 at heart.
Yeah.
Age is just a number.
That's
what they
right.
all say.
Age is just a number. You
Amen.
know what I mean?
Well, do you want to know what else is a number? 91.
That's right, that's a number right there.
There you go.
That's a number we don't want to answer.
No, sir.
That's the number we don't. Anyway, yeah, Drew, if you got any, like, you can censor it, obviously, but any Vegas stories?
Well, let's just start it off like the beginning of the Hangover movie, shall we? I'm Zach Galifianakis, and when we went on top of the fucking roof, me and my boys. I got a bottle of Hennessy, a gallon. I said, hey, brothers, are you guys ready to run around the fucking strip, sniff some cocaine, a.k.a. blood?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Another blow.
Never mind, did I say blow? I meant hello.
Yeah.
Yellow.
There
I
we
know.
go.
All we did was just drink ourselves, and then we went to the club called Cosmopolitan. Sounds
I
like
heard that.
Napolitan
Yeah.
ice cream.
Yeah.
But Cosmopolitan, the Cosmos.
Yeah.
Went in there, we fucked shit up, big lit. It was wild, brothers. Capital W, wild.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
The
right.
craziest night ever.
There we go. Well, so
Yeah.
how do you feel about? Because we all never. Well, I mean, did you go clubbing at all?
No, I only went gambling, which is only.
Okay, you
like,
went gambling,
for
but
a
how
short
about
period
like
of
the
time.
clubs out there? How do you feel about the clubs out there? Because I never been to any of the clubs out there. No, I'm asking you, Ju.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
You're the
I
one
wanna
who's
ask
saying
him.
Wow.
he only went gambling. He didn't go to the clubs.
I've been
at all,
to,
so.
I think, 4 clubs there, but this is the funny part, brothers. If you guys ever go there, we all ever go there one day, the fucking one shot, $40. Heck, goodness
Jesus
sakes.
Christ, what is it?
Dang.
Just like this, but a bigger cup.
But what is it,
$40,
though?
huh?
What is it though? What was the alcohol like?
It was, I freaking got a Hennessy.
$40?
$40.
It's a damn bottle.
It's a freaking ripoff from hell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Jesus.
They're really overcharging.
Is that at least a V-stop?
No, there's a lot of rich motherfuckers out there and porn stars, you know what I mean? Private escorts, strippers,
Yeah.
the whole nine. They're all out there. They all have money makers, money making machines out there.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what it's
Yeah.
known for.
Well, you know what they
that's
say. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in
It
Vegas.
does not stay in Vegas. That's the biggest fucking lie. That's the biggest lie I've ever heard. It
Yeah.
does not stay in Vegas.
No,
You
just.
get herpes, that shit will come back with you.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
You're not saying a
just
party
like,
out there, but yeah.
no, I mean like whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever other type of shit that you're not gonna fuck with just stays there.
Like you do needles or some shit out there, yeah, that shit's coming back with you. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
It's like an unclean spirit following your ass.
Yeah, like a
Oh,
demon.
I'm gonna
There you go.
shit.
Yeah, there we go.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That was interesting. Thanks for sharing that, JuJu.
Welcome, brother.
There we go. There
Welcome.
we go.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Oh,
my brother.
Lord.
Oh my god.
Was there anything else you want to share?
Well,
Jacob,
yeah.
at all?
So
We'll leave the mark at.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm Shadrach Bennyboo, and a lot of you guys in here are probably wondering, where does the name Shadrach come from?
Yeah, there you go.
So the name Shadrach comes from the book of Daniel, which is in the Bible. And so in the book of Daniel, there are these 3 guys by the names of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But the real names are Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. And so basically what happens in there is that their king, Nebuchadnezzar, creates a statue that symbolizes a god that he believes is exactly real to him. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did not want to bow down to the statue because they believed that the statue did not really symbolize the god that they believed in. So when Nebuchadnezzar found out that they didn't bow to his statue, he decided to kill them by throwing them into a huge fiery furnace. And so you might know that all 3 guys were thrown into the furnace, but there was actually like 4 guys that were in the furnace. And do you guys want to like guess which 4th guy was in the furnace?
Shadrach.
Obviously that was Shadrach in the furnace, but
I don't know.
there was Shadrach, Meshach.
Wait, I thought. Wait. So you said this is from the Bible?
Yeah, it is. So obviously Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego were all thrown in the furnace.
I
but
thought
it
you
was-
said it's from the show, though. From the show. The show.
Yeah, well,
VeggieTales.
on the other hand, I got the name Shadrach Bennyboo from a kid's show, but from the Bible, there was actually a fourth guy that was thrown in the furnace with them. And,
Wait, so which story was fun? Because you told me, obviously we're friends, you know what I mean? You told me the story before, and you said it was from VeggieTales, but then all of a sudden you started talking about the Bible. I was like, what? I was like, wait, what? What am I...
Yeah.
So it is from... So you came up from the Bible, or was it VeggieTales?
Well, it was actually from both the Bible and from the kids' show VeggieTales.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. Because when you started saying the Bible, I was like, I don't know about you, Pat. I haven't heard the story before. I was like, I heard him say VeggieTales before. That's where it came from.
Yeah.
And I was like...
It came from, like, 2 spots. That's what...
Yeah.
I'm gonna say right here.
Okay, well.
Copy that.
So,
Copy that.
if you don't know
Yeah.
who that fourth guy was in the furnace with them, it was actually the God that they believe is real to them.
Yeah.
And so, luckily they were able
No, I
to...
get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and so Nebuchadnezzar was shocked. He actually tried to, like, call them out, apologize to them, and then suddenly changed his law, requiring everybody to bow down to the God that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego thought was real to them.
Yeah.
And so I got the name Shadrach Bennyboo, which is basically about myself trying to, like, believe what is right. Yeah.
The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.
Amen, brother.
Another thing that you should know about me, I'm not that religious, but I just, like, believe...
You just told us this whole story from the Bible right now. You're like, I'm not that religious, but
Jesus
here's a story from the Bible.
Look,
Yeah.
I only got that name so that I can, like, believe what I believe. I mean, everybody else in the world, they have, like, different ways of, like, viewing the world and how they see things. And there's nothing wrong with that, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
mean, that's factual, right?
Yeah.
Not everyone's gonna like you. You don't have to like them either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just the way it is.
Yeah,
That's the way it
You
is,
know?
brothers.
You know?
definitely.
I hate being that guy, and I'm surprised that it might be true a little bit, but from a musical called The Book of Mormon, there was a lyric that says, "You heard that the Bible has 2 parts, only one if you're a Jew."
Preach!
Yep,
Interesting.
that's
Yeah.
right.
If you're a Jew.
I was thinking of a quote from Rocky 1. Have you guys seen Rocky 1?
Rocky One, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, I know you've seen it. That's
Classic.
definitely a fact.
Yeah.
Rocky 1, if you remember that one scene, and obviously there's not gonna be no damn spoiler. This movie came out in the 70s. If you haven't
Yeah.
seen it, go watch it. But
Yeah,
in
1970s.
Rocky 1, there was this one scene where if you remember when he was he was in the car, he was working for that mob boss or
Yes.
whatever,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then he got paid off, and then the driver didn't like him,
Yeah.
and then he was fighting the driver. Rocky was fighting the driver, the car driver, and then the mob boss was like, "Hey, some people just hate. They don't have no reason. They just don't like you. You know what I mean? That's it. That's the way life is, though. It's so true, though. Some people just hate. Some people don't have a reason why they don't like you.
Just
You
hate
know,
you.
they just hate you.
For
And
no reason.
sometimes you don't have to find a reason for that. It's just the way it is. Some people are.
A
You know what I
hater's
mean?
job is to freaking hate.
Yeah, you know, they don't have to have a reason for it. You know, and you just end up being in a hole. So
Yep,
That's
right.
well,
That's why on the 9th episode, ladies and gentlemen, all I ask you is to be real.
Yeah.
there you go. Yep. Yeah, you did say that though.
Yeah.
You did say that. Well,
Yeah, most
I say we hit it though. Is there anything else you want to say, Jacob? Anything at all?
well-
We're hitting a 27-minute mark.
Yeah,
Almost 30.
well, yeah, that's pretty much all I have, like, in book for the JNO podcast.
No, I appreciate you for being on. You know
Yeah,
what I
thank
mean?
you
'Cause
for having me.
Yeah.
You shared
Yeah.
some experience about what it's like in
Welcome.
San Jose, you know what I mean? San Jose State life, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, let's go huddle up. We can huddle up real quick. We always do a huddle.
Yeah, that's right.
Yup. And that's it, y'all. Episode number 10. We're hitting double digits, right, JuJu?
Yeah.
Up in here
Double
for
digits,
JNO
yes.
podcast. We'll see everybody in the next episode for number 11. We'll probably have some new guest stars. And without further ado, y'all, Happy New Year. Stay
Happy
safe,
New Year's, y'all.
stay warm, and stay safe. Be sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, and before we close, I also have my own podcast called the Shadrach Bennyboo podcast. I'll also leave links to it down
Yeah.
below. Make sure to check them out if you haven't done so already.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Y'all. Peace,
Let's
everyone.
get it.
Have a good one.
Go Niners!
Woo! Bang, bang, bang,
That's
not again!